flats in Sunton area of Kasarani constituency in Nairobi County, Naftal Moka, a young IT professional, has managed to earn an extra living to supplement his mainstay through rabbit keeping. Like many other graduates hopeful and full of life, Naftal left his rural home in Nyamira County for Nairobi to hunt for a job. He managed to secure one after very many months of searching, but could barely make ends meet. He realized that he had to do something else to earn some extra money on the side. Motivated by his love for farming, Naftal decided to use what available resources were at his disposal at that time. Many were skeptical about his idea, but this did not deter him from following his dream, and that is how City Yard Farms was born.
I've always been yearning to do farming. I've always tried to do farming, but my home is very far away from here. So I thought it's better to start with what I have. So I used to sit back down there in the corner of this rooftop, and then by that time I was working, but I was not earning well. So I thought and I'm a spiritual guy, I always pray, and then I had a voice from God telling me, Naftal, why can't you start with what you have? Why can't you look around you and see what you have? When I looked around me, I could see this space. I saw this space on the rooftop. So that is where City Yard Farms started and what was formed. It's a concept. So I took the photo, sent it via WhatsApp to my landlord, a very good landlord that I have, even sent. So I told him I'm really interested to start something small on this rooftop, and I'm ready to pay a small amount every month. And then unfortunately he told me, I'm going to come, then we can discuss that. So when he came, he told me, I'm not going to charge you any amount, so you just start the project, then with time, we shall see what to do. Then I just started. I started with that cage, that old cage, before I built this cage. So I started with only 3 rabbits, 2 females and 1 male. That is how I started. Then with passion, I also started using the manure. There was a lot of manure that I was getting, so I started to grow crops in my balcony, as you saw. And all of them, I used to do purely organic. Okay, I still do it. I do purely organic farming. I don't use any chemicals. The fertilizer that I use is the manure that I get from the rabbit poop, and even the urine is the one that I use as foliar feed.
He had done a lot of research before engaging in this venture, hoping that he will one day look back and say he made a good choice.
I started with 3 rabbits. That is a Flemish Giant, a New Zealand White, and a California White. Flemish Giant was a male. So I knew that if I crossbreed them, I'll get a hybrid. I will get hybrid offspring. So, and the first 2 rabbits, each produced 8 kids. And then the stock started growing, and then with time, I've improved my stocks. My stock, currently I have over 7 breeds of rabbits, like I showed you here. So currently I have Thuringa Rabbit, I have Checkered Giant, Flemish Giant, New Zealand White, California White, and also have a Dutch Rabbit.
Urban farming is a new practice, one that is taking over very many urban and peri-urban centers in the country by storm. All these countless efforts are about fighting hunger and ensuring greater food security, concerns that are paramount among farmers. This is especially important because of climate change, which has made seasonal rains unpredictable. When the rains do come, they are often excessive, leading to a cycle of drought, followed by floods. These small ventures are not capital intensive, unlike most methods of farming. Urban farmers are now being able to feed their families and make some extra money from it.
You must be expanding. If you are not growing, if you are not expanding, you are not growing. So since the number of clients increased, so I had to find another place so that I can expand I can grow my stock. So I went to Ngong, bought some land, and then set up it's very far to the deepest of Ngong, far from here. So I got someone from home, and then I constructed a very small mabati house. So they are staying there and then taking care of my rabbits. I also give them something small as labor. So it's from here that I got the money. I also set up another farm in Ngong, another bigger farm. This is just a demo farm because it's just near town. So my clients find it easier to visit here than the Ngong farm.
Rabbit meat is one of the best sources of protein and is healthier than other meats. As a result, commercial rabbit farming in Kenya is becoming popular by the day. Rabbit meat contains more protein and has less fat than beef, turkey, pork, and even chicken meat.
This is agribusiness. So I wanted to start this business so that I can be able to solve problems. Some of the problems, or one of the problems that I wanted to solve is to sensitize the consuming of white meat, which is healthy. Because scientifically it has been proven that it has almost 0% cholesterol. So like around here people have started to eat rabbits, so that is impact. So our butcheries around, they also buy rabbits from me, they slaughter and they sell. So in my community, I'm telling people to eat more rabbits than the red meat, because the red meat has been proven, has been scientifically proven to be prone to diseases, lifestyle diseases.
For a long time, commercial rabbit farming in Kenya for meat production has not been taken seriously. But now, rabbit farmers in Kenya are now raising highly meat-producing rabbits for commercial production of meat, and they're earning good money by doing this business. Naftal has become an inspiration to expert farmers and those willing to start rabbit keeping.
I have a variety of clients. I have Chinese hotels, I have starter farms, those people who want to start farming, so I give them the breeds. I also have pet lovers. I have people who call me, they come here with the big vehicles and then they come for a rabbit, just like as a pet. And I also have neighbors here and butcheries around. Yes, and I also, in city and farms, we also sell rabbit accessories like feeder pots, nesting boxes, and we also do training. And I also sell rabbits to research institutes.
Naftal's vision for the future of urban farming is to sensitize more urban dwellers to take up the practice.
I can say it's reliable because once you start the urban farm, in the urban, that is where many people are living. So if you have the produce, let's say you have sukuma wiki or you have the rabbits, already you know there is market. I came up with city and farms because there was something that is in me. I was always thinking that we should always try to utilize the smallest space that we have in the city. Like now I tried to utilize this space that we have in the rooftop to make a change or to start a business, a rabbit business, and even sukuma wiki in the balcony.
He foresees days when every rooftop and balcony in our estates will be put to use in supplying food, not just to create employment.
We do have a lot of people in the city, a lot of machines, we have vehicles, there's a lot of emissions which causes pollution. So we need trees. With urban farming, it will help to clean the air. That is when you plant plenty of trees. I'm thinking of approaching my area MCA to come up with a bill. Okay, I've already come up with the idea, so I can just tell him to go to the parliament and table the bill that in the city, in every house, in every building, at least we should have 10 potted plants on the rooftop. At least it's a must. It should be a must that every house should be having over 10 potted plants or trees in the rooftop or in the balconies, so that it can be able to help clean the air.
His customers are quite diverse, ranging from serious rabbit farmers to pet lovers.
Like I have this package that I'm offering to farmers, whereby we build you a 2-story, 10-slot cage. So there are 10 slots. We give you 5 hybrid rabbits, and then we give you 10 feeder pots. We also give you 4 nesting boxes, and we give you free consultants. So anytime that you're calling us, we are ready to receive your call. Like I do it, okay, I'm the one who does that. So what I do is, we build you a very good cage, give you 5 rabbits, 1 male, 4 females, and we also give you the feeder pots at only 65,000 shillings. So once we are with the 65,000 shillings, we build the cage and we give you all the everything. And then we also help you run the project for the next 1 year. And then we also assure you of market, because like now I have rabbits, but sometimes I'm overwhelmed by the demand. So which means I also need to outsource from other farmers. So for me to get the quality of what I want, or the quality of what the client wants, that is why we give farmers hybrid rabbits, so that when I give you the rabbits, I know you have very good rabbits, so I can buy from you and then I go and sell. So the other farmers also earn a living out of that.
As an urban farmer, Rearing rabbits has its own special challenges.
When I started, I did not have market. That was a challenge. So I decided that I should do a lot of sensitization, like advertising. Like now I'm using the social media so much. So market was a challenge, but with advertisements and with a lot of sensitization, I overcame that. And then they also have diseases like the pneumonia. So during the cold seasons, when we have a lot of rains, sometimes we do have an outbreak of pneumonia in the rabbits. So that is why when you want to build a cage of rabbits, it should not be facing the sun directly or from where the flow of wind is coming from. So like now, when I have this cage, there is a barrier. This cage is facing this way because there is a barrier here. Yeah, so when there's a barrier, you will minimize the cases of pneumonia or cold. And then we also had issues with the death due to the gastrointestinal dilation or the bloat. When you're feeding the rabbits the wrong way, they will bloat. So bloating is also, it's under the diseases, but okay, it's like a disease. So for you to counter it, that is why nowadays I'm feeding them with withered greens and dry hay, dry grass or hay. So this hay has a high protein content, and it's also very digestible by the rabbits. So when you're giving them a lot of greens, they will bloat. So you need to have the right feeding for the rabbits for you to avoid such diseases.